Hello there, and let's play some Endless Space shortly. A very short tutorial. I've been getting some questions about approval and approval management, so I decided to make hopefully a short video about that. And I would like to begin with racial traits. That's very important. Many people pick the Empire and just go with it. There are certain advantages, disadvantages, of course, but for if you are having very big approval issues, you should either look into starting a custom race, which I'll explain in a second, or you should start trying to play with pilgrims, and they have the optimistic trait, which gives you +20 approval on all their systems. So this is almost an additional building which you get from the start. So this is a very big thing. If you do have approval issues, pick those guys. That should help you at least a bit. Custom races. I do have a few custom races actually. And yes, the trait you need to add is optimistic, preferably put it on 2. That gives you a huge bonus. I have different races for different purposes, however all of them have those traits. This is because I am learning myself. Quite a few things changed from the beta to the release, and until I can get the exact game mechanics down, that actually helps in the whole learning process. You can do without that trait, but it does slow you down. So certain combinations, unfortunately, since there are custom races, certain combinations are more favorable than the others. There's no two ways about it. You can try the hard way or the easy way, and the optimal way, really. So that's what you should go for if you're learning. There is no point of just going head on into the game and just basically slamming into the wall and getting discouraged when you fail to break through. So I will actually use the amoeba for this video because of their trait, that you will be able to see the whole galaxy as I will be doing some explanation. I'm gonna just set up a small game. 2 empires to load it quickly. Difficulty, that's another concept. There are certain factors difficulty also affects, and approval is one of them, and it's a multiplier for the approval. So the lower the difficulty, the less the multiplier is. This is especially visible in the expansion approval or disapproval. Okay, so let's run a quick game. I believe normal should be the most optimal. So I would like to start with the planet types. Let's skip the movie. Yeah, so thanks to the amoeba trait we can see everything. Hopefully we'll get a few nice combinations. I can already see certain minerals and resources. First of all, planet types. Every planet type has different bonuses, different penalties, different statistics. So the so-called tier 1 planets, which is jungle, terran and ocean, they do not get any penalties towards approval. Your people are basically happy as they are when they are on that planet. There are 3 tiers, I would say, of planets, other tiers that get certain disapproval bonuses, and that really depends on, actually 4, my bad. There's also gas giants, so and asteroids. that counts as well. So yeah, as you can see, asteroids -20 approval, desert planets -10, and gas methane -20. So this is very important always to check what the base of the planet does. Next thing is the anomalies. I would like to get an... Yeah, this is another system. There's a jungle planet. You can see no. And this is a very good planet to start out with. Arctic planet, you usually do not have the tech to colonize it, but it's a fairly well. So it's -10 only. This is a desert with -10, but it has an anomaly, irradiated, which actually adds another -20. So this planet becomes a -30 planet. So you would not colonize this planet till at least mid-game, when you're able either to compensate for the -30 with a building or remove this anomaly through a technology which you unlock in the bottom tree. Let me see. Yes, here you can see as well. This mineral poor -10, on large arid -15. Strong magnetic field -10, on asteroid -30. So lava planets -15 and -10, -20. And this is a resource. I will talk about resources in a second. I just would like to find the correct one. Yes. Okay, so this is actually also an interesting system. Yeah, you have -10 on Arctic, -20 from the acid rain planet anomaly, so that's a -30 planet. But here you have a Terran planet, and it has the low gravity anomaly, which is a positive anomaly, and it actually will give you 10 approval. So when you colonize this planet, you will actually colonize a +10 planet. This is very important to look at those and add them up, deduct them. So you need to be able to take a look and slowly, there's no hurry, just basically subtract, add from the planet types, and you will know what kind of system it is and what kind of planet it is, because the approval bonus is spread system-wise, but each single planet affects it, so that's very important. Here's a luxury resource. Those are unlocked by technologies. I will show them in a moment. It actually gives a +10. This is a small Terran planet, so this is also a +10 planet. This is a quite good system if you're able to get to it fairly early. Let me take a look. I believe Blue Cap, yes, Blue Cap also gave. This is a very yes, so this very interesting system. Tiny ocean, 0. Hostile fauna -10, Blue Cap, so it zeroes it out. So this is a de facto 0 approval planet. But later on you can actually remove the anomaly and this will become a +10 planet. Let me take a quick look if there's anything else. Yes, this is TransFine. This is a very, very high quality resource. As you can see, +40 on a planet. So low gravity, this makes it a +50. -10 from the Arctic, so this is a +40 planet. So this is basically a immediate colonization, because you will actually gain much more approval than you would normally. And later on you can also terraform planets. That's a different story, but as it is now, this is a very nice planet, as you can see. So it boils down to being able to add, subtract, unfortunately a little math, to be able to balance out at least at the start, because later on you can afford some approval hits since you will have the technologies to actually make up for it. Another thing is of course tax. You can see when you change it, the approval rate changes. You actually get from high taxes a penalty, from low taxes a bonus. Depending on the race you're playing, this is also dependent on what taxes between 15 and 30%. So you usually keep it, if you do not have the optimistic trait, you usually have to balance the taxes between 15 and actually even 0 sometimes. So until you get the appropriate technologies that will enable you to increase the taxes. So I've been talking about the technologies quite a bit, and they are actually very useful and unlock a few things. So let's take a quick look at the tree. Yes, first of all, technology. The left tree, buildings, approval, improvements, botanical scanning, first one, optimized logistics, second one. This is actually a special trait from Amoeba, so they actually get more, and they are also, especially late game, they can get very high approval. And normally that's not really available in that significant amount. The amount is lower. The amount is, I believe, +4 for an alliance. Another tech is interspecies HR. This is available to everyone in this amount. This is also for everyone. And the last one is permanent advantage. So basically look for technologies that have improvements with the pink triangle in the top right corner. Now that was for the technologies. Now I mentioned resources earlier, so you need techs to actually be able to use those resources. So this is the first ones. Those are very basic resources. So xenology. The next one in line is there you go, xenopharmaceuticals. Those are very, very good resources, and most of them give quite high approval bonuses. The next one is containment fields. It's gems and minerals. Those also give some approval. And the last one is at the very top, artifact analysis in personal shielding. Those also give some approval bonuses. Not all of them do. Another concept, maybe I'm going a bit too fast, but I wanted to make it short, and I'll be able to answer questions in the comments as well if any additional explanation is necessary. Another concept is expansion disapproval. This is probably what gets most people. This is dependent on how fast you grow, and actually there are several factors that affect it. So how many systems you have, how big your population is, and that one not in any significant amount, but the main thing is how many systems you currently have. There are certain technologies, of course, to decrease the disapproval. The first one is applied Casimir effect. This is a very early tech which most people should get. This also gives you the ability to travel through wormholes. There's squiggly lines. So this is quite important. The next, I believe, is applied atmospherics, along with battleship class hulls. And the next one is personal fields. That's also, and dark matter shield. Dark energy effects, dark radiation towers. So each of those gives you a 22% less expansion disapproval, and those stack on, up to a total 88%. So in late game you have very, very little disapproval. Combining that with all the buildings you can build, you can actually crank up the taxes quite high to be able to get more money and actually faster growth. Of course, is there anything else I would like to mention in this video? I've made a few notes. Just to let me take a quick look. Yes, I believe we went through that. So general, going back to the main concept, happy people, high approval means good production, means most of the time less money, which you have to actually make up by building certain improvements, by using the industry to dust conversion, and that's also a good idea to use it if your system is doing nothing. And this is also something I noticed people doing fairly often. Do not let your system idle. Do not let it do nothing, because you're just losing stuff and you could be gaining, for instance, science or money. That's a different story. There's one more concept. Unfortunately, I cannot show it here. What I can do, though, one moment, let me bring up the... Oh, there's void stone. So you can also just simply mouse over the systems and the icons to actually see what's doing what. So in most cases those are visible. As you can see, you don't need a tech to see it, you need only the technology to use it. Yes, one moment. Let me load just a wiki page so I can show you another thing that can actually help with your approval. Those are hero traits. There are certain traits your heroes can get that will help you greatly with disapproval. Let me one moment. Yes, that I should have been prepared with that. Yes, abilities. Let me see. Let me just put it here quickly. Okay, so let's take a quick look. This was, I believe, in the general. Defender or classes, negotiator. It's very important because yes, administrator heroes. Those are those with those gears as their icon. So let me quickly show it to you. This. Did we get an unfortunately we did not get an administrator hero this time. Those are basically those with gears. You can mouse over and it will say administrator. They actually get those bonuses. So Ministry of Propaganda, that's plus 30, and that's another plus 40, so that's a total 70 of approval. This is a huge bonus. And I believe you need a total level of 6 or 7 to get those. You need to get Director 1, or actually no, this is my bad, you actually can do it at level 3 already. I usually do it at around 6-7, that's why I got confused, because I picked different traits. But if you really need and help with managing your approval, you can, if you have an administrator here, you can go for the approval on star system, just like a little harp icon that shows up. So that was I believe the last thing I wanted to mention. If I do think of something else, I will probably make an update to the video or an errata. If you do have any questions about approval, if anything was unclear, since this was my really first video like that for Endless Space, just talking about a concept, so I'm a little bit new. Please do not hesitate to leave questions on YouTube. I would like to invite you to my Twitch channel as well. I do talk quite a lot with the audience in the chat and try to explain things as I go. I hope to get better at it, to be able to express better what I think, why I'm doing something, why I'm doing certain things. So thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I sincerely hope it will help you out when playing Endless Space. Thank you very much and signing off.